Take two. Welcome back to Weekly Schpiel. Welcome back to Weekly Schpiel. Yada yada blah blah blah. Yada yada blah blah blah. It's time for Margaret's Weekly Schpiel. Greetings and salutations. This is Margaret Franklin of Margaret Franklin Creations, welcoming you back to today's episode of Weekly Schpiel. As you can see, I got 4 out of 12 of my lighthouse pictures done. I'm about more than halfway through the latest. And today's Stitch Journal entry is my first tattoo. I am entered in a tattoo competition for Inked magazine. And today they emailed me to ask me about my first tattoo. It is a blue phantom mask with a red rose that I've had since March 20th of 2001. Waddle recently got a tattoo of a lighthouse, but that's another story. I will show you my latest or all my tattoos, as many as I can. And am I still recording? Good, because last time I stopped recording because I accidentally hit a wrong button. So here is my very first tattoo. I got it in March of 2001. And it is the illustration on the back of my first and only CD, Springtime in Narnia. There's a whole big long story behind that. And then my second tattoo is my Tigger tattoo. I remember after I had my first one, my mom said, if you're getting any more tattoos, I'm not going to help you out financially anymore. But she let this one slide because I was having my manic episode. And that in itself is a pretty crazy story, I tell you what. But Tigger is one of my favorite characters because there's a story behind that too. When Dave and I hadn't met yet, but we were corresponding by sending each other tapes, I was telling him about, I went to the CNE with Mark and Jeanette, and I was dressed in all leopard spots, and at least twice, 2 or 3 times that day, someone would see me and yell, "Hey, Tigger!" So I'm telling him the story on tape. I sang him the Tigger song. You know, the wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. You know, and when he heard me sing that, he knew he'd fallen in love with me past the point of no return. And then this is paint from the Missoula, Montana carousel. When my mom passed away, getting a tattoo of one of my favorite carousel horses was one of the first things I did with my inheritance money. And I was there in 2010, and I'll be going back to Missoula, Montana in September with the post-convention tour for this year's convention. Number 4. What is number 4? Oh, this is quite the story. My best friend was being bullied by obnoxious teenagers on the bus. And when she told me the story, I had this overwhelming urge to draw a 2-headed clown, or conjoined clowns in this case. I call them Yoo-Hoo and Boo-Hoo, and they've appeared in many of my stories ever since then. And I didn't get any more tattoos again until 2020 when I got the blue unicorn with the toilet paper, because just before the pandemic, I was subjected to a whole bunch of icky squicky medical tests because I had surgery coming up. And I make stuffed animals too, as well as quilts. I haven't made any in a while, but I had the urge to do as many blue unicorns as possible. My friend Teresa has a thing for blue unicorns. So that was the blue unicorn campaign, and then at the start of the convention there was the toilet paper shortage. So here is the blue unicorn. Blue unicorn is a symbol of healing and comfort, and he's there to provide you with toilet paper during the shortage. Blue unicorn to the rescue. Ta-da! And then I got this one. It has quite a remarkable story. This is the rabbit from the carousel in Boston, the Greenway Conservancy carousel. It's carrying a carrot, and I think I'm going to make this a 2-parter because this story is getting kind of long. I've only been talking for 4 minutes. I can keep going. So this one gave me the most attitude. We had to take several breaks, and just before the last break, We saved the carrot for last. When I was trying to get back, I guess this rabbit was hungry and he wasn't going to take it anymore. When I was trying to get back on the table, I knocked it over somehow. The table shot out from under me, and I smacked the back of my head on the floor. It's a wonder I didn't have a concussion. And then this guy got really badly infected too. He was all red and swollen. It was scary, but he's healed up and survived. And what tattoo did I have next after that? Oh, Hello Kitty. Remember, my friend Annie had a smock, or what do they call the thing? Scrubs, a top with Hello Kitties all over it. And she burned a hole in it with the gas stove and wanted me to make a patch to cover it. And it turned out so good. I was so proud of it that I went and had a Hello Kitty tattoo done. And the artist went the extra mile to make it look like an embroidered patch. The rabbit... Oh, criminy, pill time already? Hold on, I'll get back to you after I've had my pill. My alarm's going off.